Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look at the Council of Dragons weapon. It's an interesting weapon, but it could be better. It's an okay mana generator, but it's kind of very random in how much it generates. Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be bad, but it does have that extra turn, and we'll definitely take advantage of that. Now, there's one thing which is kind of missing from this weapon at the moment, not to do with the weapon itself, but regarding troops you can match it with, and how this weapon could be a whole lot better in the future, but I'll come to that in just a second. But at the moment, the actual weapon creates 2 blue, green, red and brown dragon gems and gains that extra turn. But one of the best things about it is in its upgrade path, and there are 3 really good things in here. Flaming, burn the first enemy. This is the thing we're going to try and take advantage of the most. When we cast this, we are going to burn the first enemy, and that is a big deal. I'll explain why in a second. Lightning, deal 5 scatter damage. Sounds like a very low amount of scatter damage, but the cool thing about this is, when you're up against those teams that have a barrier and things like that, this is a really cheap, easy way of removing those barriers. And leeching, steal 2 mana from the first enemy. You're stealing it, so you're taking it away from them, and you're giving it to yourself. So 3 really good last parts of the upgrade path there. Like them a lot. But what I was saying a minute ago about how this could be better in the future is to do with the troops and how they work with it. This is my Council Transal team, but what I'd done when I first started creating this was I wanted to look at other troops that used Dragon Gems and how I could benefit from that. And I was quite disappointed. Literally all of them just create or convert Dragon Gems, or they all just create them, sorry. It's like, yeah, all of them. Just convert or create Dragon Gems in one way or another. I think it's all just create, actually. What I was actually hoping for was a troop which does damage boosted by Dragon Gems left on the board. That would be superb, because when you cast this, there are usually quite a lot of Dragon Gems left over, and even if you match them, there's still going to be some left over. And if there's no match at all, there's going to be a whole bunch left over. And with that extra turn, it would have been really nice if a troop done damage boosted by Dragon Gems, but there's not one right now. If one comes in the future, then this weapon will get a lot better than what it is now, depending upon obviously how good that troop is, and if it ever arrives. This is hypothetical. But anyway, one of those cases where a troop or weapon in Gems of War is not great now, but could be better in the future. Right, so we get the burning going if we cast that first, but we can also get the burning going if we get a red match with a burning gem with Flaming Oni, who converts 2 red gems to burning gems when my turn begins. So get a red match on a burning gem, we are good to go for that triple burning damage. And the spell is good as well. Summons random goblins, explodes a bunch of green gems, and has the standard goblin extra turn. Now, Essentia is only here because all dragons start with 50% mana. That is 3 of the team altogether. Essentia, Netherworm, and the hero, because we are in Dragon Guard class. So a nice 50% start here means that Netherworm can get charged really quickly. Now what this does, it drains up to 12 mana from an enemy, creates skulls equal to the mana drained. This is really good. It can work in either way. Say the enemy doesn't start with any mana boosts at the start of the game. You can almost allow them to get mana, let them get it charged up to a sensible amount before they get to cast this on them, take all that mana away, effectively wasting all their turns, creating a load of skulls in the meantime, which most of the time are going to be doing triple skull damage. Likewise, if they've got a really powerful mythic that's got 24 mana cost and starts with 50%, they're going to be on 12 mana straight away. This is going to be on 50% start as well. You're probably going to get charged before they do. Take all that mana away, or 12 of it at least, create a ton of skulls, and benefit from that awesome skull damage. That's the way the team's going to work. It's super easy to use. The banner for this is going to be +2 blue, +1 green, -1 a yellow banner, Trident banner from Malantis. Essentia does use yellow, but literally don't care about that spell. It's all about getting that flamey, burny skull damage. Right, let's dive into a Explore 12. Where are we? Golvania. Let's bash up a few vampires with big ears and sharp teeth and red eyes. Right, we are looking to get red gems that are burning straight away if we can, but if there's nothing doing, we'll look to get someone else charged up. Let's look to get our weapon charged up. There you go. Now, it is hit and miss with this, but one of the cool things about it is in its traits, or upgrades rather. One of them is leeching. It steals 2 mana from the first enemy, so it takes it away from them and gives it to you. So if we cast this, there you go, we've taken 2 mana from the first enemy and we've got 2 ourselves. And another one of the benefits is burning, or flaming. We've set fire to the first enemy, so even though we haven't got those red burning gems yet, we've still got that triple skull damage from here, and it's see you later to you, mate. Second enemy is not burning yet, so I'm going to let them have that skull hit and get some flames going myself. I'm going to pick up this dragon gem there. Now the cool thing about the netherworm is you don't have to cast it straight away. It's there ready to cast, but it does drain up to 12 mana from an enemy and create the skulls equal to the mana drained. So you can basically just let some of the enemies collect mana, effectively wasting their turn, because when you cast it, you're going to drain that mana away and then just create a load of skulls, which hopefully is going to kill them. Do be wary of enemies like this though. Stealthy targets, you cannot target them, so be wary of that, and anybody that is immune to mana steal or mana drain. Let's cast our Council of Dragons. Didn't work out fantastic. It's a bit hit and miss, but we have multiple ways of getting extra turns in this team, which is again why it's good. Triple skull damage there. They're ready to cast. This is where we can use this troop here. Take that mana away, create loads of skulls, do plenty of damage, and just now finish the team off. Any sort of skull damage will do. 9 out of 11 mana. No, you ain't got any, mate. Didn't see how that was 11 or 9 skulls, but obviously it must have been. But there we go. Finished them off in the end. So really nice mix of high skull damage and the ability to control the game by basically constantly taking away the mana from the enemy. And let's get this skull burning stuff going on. If we get a skull hit there at the top, that'd be nice. Didn't happen. Let's cast our Council of Dragons. Keep an eye out for any troops on the other side that are collecting their mana quite quickly. So our netherworm can just take it away and create a bunch of skulls, and that is the kind of bread and butter of the team, really. What else we got here? So I'm not worried about the first troop getting mana at all, because I know that I can just take it whenever I want. And in the meantime, dish out a lot of skull damage. Not the quickest team in the world. There are plenty other fast teams out there. But this is a really nice mix of sort of speed and control sort of thing. I do like the element of taking away the mana from the team whenever I feel like it. From the opposition team, that is, obviously. If they leave me triple skull damage, then they are foolish. Because they are going to get some pain coming their way. And of course you've got Flaming Only there. That's got 3 summons when you cast that thing. 3 goblins being summoned is one of its spells. Well, part of its spell. Nice simple team, but it's kind of a tricky weapon to use because, like I said earlier, I would prefer it if it just worked with other troops. If there were troops, well, I'm going to cast it now. I'm going to cast it now anyway, right? So we generated quite a few of these dragon gems, but there's no troops in the game which actually have a spell, for example, which does damage boosted by dragon gems on the board. It's all to do with creation of dragon gems. So I really hope that there's some troops going forward which actually have that spell where it does damage boosted by dragon gems on the board. That'd be really, really cool. Alright, so we may as well cast it again. Don't need to. You can get some lucky skull hits from it though. Let's cast Flaming Oni, see if we get any nice skull hits. We've got nice formats there. Now we can start dishing out some pain. It's a shame that a bat is stealthy, because that would have been a nice cast to drain that mana away. What should we do? What should we do? Let's get a bit of blue. That's what we shall do. And here comes the pain. Drain that bit of mana, see if we get any luck with skulls. They hit us once, no big deal. Because when they get hit back, it's going to really hurt. Like really, really hurt. A lot. More than stubbing your toe on a corner of a solid oak table. Well, that wasn't the best move, was it, from the AI? That was a bit silly. Right, let's just do a couple more. There we go, nice extra turn and burning gems straight away. Really nice. Got our mana stealer and skull generator absolutely ready to go already. So as the enemy gets mana, the top trooper's got 11 out of their 13. We can take that away, create loads of skulls. We're getting triple skull damage. Went a bit wrong at that time. It's not going to work all the time, but because we're getting triple skull damage, it's 9 times out of 10 going to go in your favour. Those figures not by accurate, just by mere on-the-spot judgment. Sure, you know what I mean. Let's cast this. That worked out pretty nice. Can risk casting this on a low amount. The bottom troop only has 6. We're going to generate 6 skulls. If you get lucky, you're going to get another skull whack. Cast Flaming Oni. This is going to charge up Council of Dragons again a lot of the time and quite often leave you a skull hit, which is what happened there. Yeah, a nice mix of high damage on skulls and control at the same time by using that ability to just drain the mana from dangerous opponents. We'll grab these, see if we get any burny gems. Let's get our burning going. Do like to get that troop up first. Because that top troop now, look, they're on 11. So we can take that away. Load of skulls. Here comes the pain. Cast this if you feel like it. You're going to drain a little bit of mana from them at the same time, as well as activating the burn again if it wasn't going already. They've got some skull damage reduction, but ultimately will not save them. It's over for you. Right, anyway, there's the team. It's a fun team to use. Like a good mixture of high skull damage and controlling the enemy at the same time, causing them to waste their turns collecting mana, because you can just take it away again and change it to skulls. There's a team. If you enjoyed it or found the video useful in any way, shape or form, it'd be really cool if you hit that like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.